Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. Been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
Get you, yeah. Whatever it takes to get there. You know I won't drop you like everybody else does. Forget about your friends, they don't care where we go. If they do, we'll get lost in a crowd of people. I've been looking for you forever, baby. We go together, baby. We go. In this crazy world of choices, I've only got a few. Either you're coming with me, or I'm coming with you. 'Cause I finally found you. You never have to worry if what I say is true. Girl, I've been looking for you, and when I saw you, I knew that I finally found you. I'm coming to get you, yeah. We have a connection, that's right. 'Cause girl, I'm not letting go. I'm gonna make you feel right. Oh yeah. Forget about your friends, they don't care where we go. If they do, we'll get lost in a crowd of people. I've been looking for you forever, baby. We go together, baby. We go. In this crazy world of choices, I've only got a few. Either you're coming with me, or I'm coming with you. 'Cause I finally found you. You never have to worry if what I say is true. Girl, I've been looking for you, and when I saw you, I knew that I finally found you. Can I get love? Too much to ask for, really so tough. Find yourself moving with the sex to the drums. Got my hands full, grabbing those girls. Hands up. Dance floor chilling with a whole 2 cups. Can't stop spilling 'cause I'm drunk as fuck. And my song comes on and the club goes nuts. Every province I go, city I sleep, best that y'all know. Running around and doing all these shows. Round the whole globe, I come for you, go girl. Ain't you need to think of it. Just a ride for the night, baby, live a bit. With a place to hit, and your pants is it. We can make this thing a party or you into it. In this crazy world of choices, I've only got a few. Either you're coming with me, or I'm coming with you. 'Cause I finally found you. Finally found you. Finally found you.
What if you never see tomorrow again? And this the last party that you attend? Just live it up like it's 3010. What if this was the end? So invite all your family and friends, 'cause they should be here celebrating. Let's make the best of this time that we spend, 'cause if this is the end, I want you to live like you don't plan to wake up. 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 Live like you don't plan to wake up.
I used to believe we were burning on the edge of something beautiful, something beautiful. Selling a dream, might never be your knight in shining armor. I might never be the one you take home to mother. And I might never be the one who brings you flowers, but I can be the one tonight.
When I first saw you from across the room, I could tell that you were curious. Oh yeah, girl, I hope you're sure what you're looking for, 'cause I'm not good at making promises. But if you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't do, then baby, I'm perfect. Baby, I'm perfect for you. And if you like midnight driving with the windows down, and if you like going places we can't even pronounce, if you like to do whatever you've been dreaming about, baby, you're perfect. Baby, you're perfect. So let's start right now. I might never be the hand you put your heart in, or the arms that hold you anytime you want them. That don't mean that we can't live here in the moment, 'cause I can be the one you love from time to time. When I first saw you from across the room, I could tell that you were curious. Oh yeah, girl, I hope you're sure what you're looking for, 'cause I'm not good at making promises. But if you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't do, then baby, I'm perfect. Baby, I'm perfect for you. And if you like midnight driving with the windows down, and if you like going places we can't even pronounce, if you like to do whatever you've been dreaming about, baby, you're perfect. Baby, you're perfect. So let's start right now.
And if you like cameras flashing every time we go out, oh yeah. And if you're looking for someone to write your breakup songs about, baby, I'm perfect.
And baby, we're perfect. If you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't do, then baby, I'm perfect. Baby, I'm perfect for you. And if you like midnight driving with the windows down, and if you like going places we can't even pronounce, if
like to welcome the Mistress of Ceremonies. That is Miss Aparna Suresh. That's me. Please, please. So basically we are gathered here today on this joyous occasion to celebrate the special bond that Alex and Malavika share. I would like to begin this ceremony by thanking every one of you for being here on their special day. We are thrilled that so many of you could make it here today. It's amazing to find how far people are actually willing to travel here. To be here on a day like this, which just shows how important it is to mark these happy transitions in our life. So most of you have known the bride and groom for a really long time. That's what I guess. You have watched them grow up or not. Some of you have went to school with them. Where are they? There. And some of you are working with them. So it is only fitting that you should be the ones who should be here to share this once in a lifetime moment with them. So I have known Alex for a really long time, like more than half of my this thing. So it is only fitting to say that I cannot imagine a better half, or should I say the best half for him other than Malu Chichi. So I guess we are good to go now. Let's start the ceremony, guys. First of all, let's welcome the handsome groom, Mr. Alex, and his procession. So guys, now let me introduce these important people one by one. I'll start with my side. Okay? So, bride's brother, Bharat. Sister-in-law, Nitya. Her sweet and cute nephew, Advay. Say hi. Her friends, Suchi, Shravan. Okay, I think now let's introduce the groom side. Oh! Come on. His brother Jason, sister-in-law Tessie, his friends Mridul, Vishak, Bridget, Aishwarya, Archana, Rosmi. Oh, come on, Samyukta, I couldn't forget you. Come on, Samyukta, her cousin. Hi. Malu, Dabbu. Let me invite the parents of the bride, Mrs. Chitra and Mr. Krishnaswamy. Please come onto the stage. Free hugs, guys. Now, let me invite the parents of the groom, Mrs. Sansama and Mr. Joseph. Please come onto the stage. Like, I'm really saying, they are the coolest parents I know who had no objection
to whatsoever when they came to know about these people. Big clap, guys, come on, they deserve that. So I guess we shall proceed to the vows now. So before your vows are taken, I do have a responsibility to remind both of you the incredible journey you are about to embark on. The vows you will make to each other today include irrevocable love, fidelity, cooperation, and many other heavy words, guys. So please face each other and hold hands. First of all, I'm inviting the bride first for the vows because I personally know for a fact that she was the one who took the first step in this relationship, guys. So you deserve that. Come on.
Here we are, you and I, standing on the shores of Kerala, getting married, and trust me, there is no other way I'd have liked to get married, and there's nobody else I'd have loved to get married to. You texted me yesterday and told me that it doesn't matter if it posts during the wedding or things don't go as planned, but you will always be by my side and we will have fun, no matter what. I'm going to take you up on that today. As I got to know you more and more, I realized that I was falling in love with you without quite realizing it. But I had no idea how to make a long distance relationship work because statistics, but we decided to be the outlier in the LDR curve. You remember how we decided to just start off as travel buddies, and if we were able to tolerate each other, then we would start thinking about traveling life together. We have come a long way, my friend, just so that we can have our entire lives to travel together. You love me, the whole of me, including my family, idiosyncrasies, mood swings, acne, migraines, and hyperness. You know exactly when to give me some space and when to hug me, or when to call me out and give me a dose of reality. We have had our fights, and we would have gone to bed without resolving those fights. But you made us promise to each other that we would never go to bed without a fight going unresolved, and that we would always communicate. Or if you hadn't come to Munich thrice to spend time for us, with us, by us. Quite a democratic relationship. The transition from friendship to a romantic relationship was so seamless that we have always been good friends, sharing a relationship of mutual respect, admiration, and affection. We respect each other's differences and have even started embracing them, because if we change, then we wouldn't be ourselves. You bring out the best in me, and I sincerely hope to bring out the best in you. You are the epitome of rationality, while I am a very emotional person. But together, we make dua and we make each other happy. I know we are going to grow old together. I know we are going to travel to the nooks and corners of the world. I know if given a chance to go to the moon, we would go there and set up camp. I know I want to do a lot more things together. Man, I have so much to tell you and share with each other that these few minutes are definitely not enough. I don't think the next few decades or even a lifetime would be enough. But hey, I'll take what I get. You. You are the George to my Muller, and you are the Johnny to my river. And I love you to the moon and back. I do.
Wow, that was something. Alfred, I don't know how you are going to match up that. Seriously, I don't know. Anyway, now I'm inviting the groom for his vows.
Dear Malavika, the last 2 years of my life that we have been together has been nothing short of a dream. Like Calvin, I have always demanded euphoria from life, and you are the reason why I get to enjoy that almost every single day. You are the reason why I don't need anything else to get high on life. How many people can honestly claim that they are marrying the most intelligent, the kindest, and the most amazing woman that they have ever met? I guess I am one of the lucky ones. I proudly claim to be a narcissist who considers himself to be the best. But somehow I realize over and over that you make me a better person every day that we are together. Malavika Krishnaswamy, I, Alex Joseph, promises you that I'll be there for you, along with you, at every step of your life. I promise to force feed you when you refuse to eat, and to wake you up early morning, and pour water on your face and take you exercising. I promise to travel with you to the ends of the earth, and also to space and to the moon in due time. I promise you that I'll not stop loving you even on the worst of our days, when we both cannot seem not to irritate each other. I promise to make each year better than the previous one. I promise to pamper you, especially on the days when you need to relax, on the days that things don't seem to go according to plan, like today, I promise you that we'll make the best of the cards that we have been dealt with. I promise you that how much ever we get old, how much ever you and I get old, we will never get old.
Wow, guys, come on. Give it up all. So now let us proceed to the ring exchange ceremony. The ring is a symbol of eternity and unbroken circle of love. They are made of solid, sturdy materials which is meant to survive years and years of hand holding, washing dishes, and in your case, swimming, tennis, and God knows what. I don't know, I seriously don't. Today you have chosen to exchange these beautifully crafted elements as a sign of your love for each other, and these rings are specially relevant to them. You all who know our hero and heroine today can attest to the fact that they are quite different personalities. One prides himself on his rationality and being to the point, while the other is the nicest person on this planet Earth. He is the Salman Rushdie to her Salma Hayek. So basically, he's a scientist and she's the artist. So however, you will also agree to the fact that they have a special bond. They have a special bond that won't be broken. The rings that they have chosen for themselves are custom made. They are the same pattern on two precious metals of rose gold and platinum, bound together but inverses of each other. Her rings has the rose gold in the middle and platinum outside, while his ring has it the other way around. It is just beautiful and perfect, right guys? And what better way to signify their relationship? So may I request Alexader's father to give the bride's ring to Alexander? May I request Alexander's mother to give the groom's ring to Malavika? Your vows and rings symbolize your commitment to one another and throughout your lives. So, guys, let's now move on to the Tali ceremony. The Tali the bride will receive today is special as well. The groom's father got the chain, while the Mangalyam is a family heirloom that belongs to the bride's paternal grandmother Kovalam. The bride's aunt Shivagami had kept the Tali carefully for this long and has given to Malavika now for posterity. So may I request Malavika's mother to give the Tali to Alexander? Now may I request the bride's uncle Kumar to give the garland to the groom and the bride? You may now take the garland, guys. Before you leave and before you go forth as husband and wife, just imagine on a day like this where there is so much excitement and emotion, with all the details and all the planning, and sincere hope that the day will go perfect. I don't want the most important moment of this day to be fleeting. When you wake up tomorrow, it will all be over. But right now, at this very moment, with your toes in the sand, in the presence of your family and friends, I want you to take a few seconds to look into each other's eyes and think about the happiness you are feeling. Let that feeling consume your heart and your thoughts. This is your moment, guys. It's not going to be an easy ride. But since I know both of you personally, I'm damn sure you guys are going to be just fine. So enjoy the ride, guys. So I've been waiting to say this line for a long time. My dear bride, you may now kiss your...
सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी, किरणें हैं सांसों में, बातों में रोशनी। सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी, किरणें हैं सांसों में, बातों में रोशनी। जो ही बदली दिल की ताल है, आहा यूं ही आया एक ख्याल है, आहा पाते हमें जिंदगी एक बार, क्यों न करे खुल के हम इसका प्यार, जाने किसका है हमें इंतजार, कि जिंदगी यही है और यही जो थी कल तक बस आरज़ू, आहा वो ही पा गए हैं मैं और तू, आहा थामे हम हाथों में यूं ही हाथ, शहर दिल में घूमेंगे साथ साथ, सारे सारे दिन सारी सारी रात, बरस रही है एक खुशी हर कहीं। सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी, किरणें हैं सांसों में, बातों में रोशनी। सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी, किरणें हैं सांसों में, बातों में रोशनी। सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी, किरणें हैं सांसों में, बातों में रोशनी। पाते हमें जिंदगी एक बार, क्यों न करे खुल के हम इसका प्यार, जाने किसका है हमें इंतजार, कि जिंदगी यही है और यही। सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी, किरणें हैं सांसों में, बातों में रोशनी। सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी, किरणें हैं सांसों में, बातों में रोशनी। सूरज की अब है ये किरणें हैं सांसों में, बातों में रोशनी। सूरज की अब है ये किरणें हैं सांसों में।
Okay guys, now on to the last ceremony on the beach. Everyone has some or the other stories about the newlyweds, but we hope that the stories these few guys can tell us will be the most embarrassing of them all. So let me introduce them as and then they come. First of all, Vishak and Prijit. Vishak, Prijit and Alex are the dream friendship story. They were best friends since high school, and everyone who knows them from then knows that they have always been inseparable. They went to different colleges for undergraduate studies, but as fate would have it, the three mosquitoes ended up in the same city. Obviously, they made sure that they made their first home away from home together. Now that a new phase in this epic is beginning, let's hear from them on one they are going to miss out.
Hey everyone. Congratulations Alex and Malavika. I mean, I sincerely hope and I'm seriously happy that you guys are getting married. Yes. So, we have actually known each other for too long. I mean, me, Vishak and Alex. So,
yeah, actually, we have known him for far too long, and I think it's time for us to share the burden with you now. So that welcome Malavika to the friendship. We wish you all the best. But moving on to the other side, we just wanted to share some fun sides about Alex, so that for the rest of your life, you know how Alex is all about based on our experience.
yeah, so this is basically exclusively for Malavika. I hope you guys also enjoy it. So, just to start off with Alex, Alex actually loves music a lot. In fact, he plays the keyboard and guitar pretty well. But when it comes to singing...
Oh, no. Hey, hang on. Prijit, don't go there. No. Statutory warning for you, Malavika. Never ever hum a song around the time he's waking up. He'll make sure he'll sing that song for the entire day in various different tones and make it really, really nice for you.
So the next one, Alex is always early at least 5 minutes for everything. And I am usually 10 minutes late for everything. So...
Spot on. Actually, you know what? in our lives together, there hasn't been a moment where this guy has been late. Take for instance yesterday, for the rehearsal he was the first guy here. Even before the guys who are supposed to set it up even came, he was here. So this is something that you'll have tough catching up on.
So this is something which you need to fix with him. I mean, according to us. So please work on it.
Well, you know what? This guy loves going on rides, traveling, and all, but he just hates driving.
So officially, you are his official driver from now. Please bear with it.
Welcome. I mean, we'll also be part of that,
Actually true.
So basically, actually this is for everybody and including Malavika. Something really, really crazy about this guy and something that has come up over the past few years is the part that he works out like crazy.
And yes, and there have been days wherein he plays tennis in the morning, then goes for a run, then comes back again in the evening, works out again, says that he had too much of food that day. So
there have been instances there have been cases where he has broken his back and then he has used a mat on the floor in the office in order to attend office and conference room meetings. And my office mates there would like vouch for that.
yes. But I've never seen a guy who's as practical as Alex in my life ever. And I've never seen anyone who balances work and social life so beautifully.
I mean, absolutely. This guy is like spot on relationships. He makes sure he has like umpteen loads of friends. I mean, look at the guys who have gathered around here today. I mean, these are like people who have come from various parts of the world. Actually, this is just purely because of the fact that he's maintaining relationships and contacts, and this guy is like always on it. So again, Malavika, something like tough to catch up on and something that you need to know about too.
And to wrap, Malavika, Alex is a solid guy.
Just hold his hands, walk with him, and no matter what, he'll never break your heart.
Come on. Beautiful. So next one is Sochi and Shravan, the two constants in Malavika's lives. Sochi has known her for around 24 years and claims that he hung upside down from a tree when he was 4 years old to impress her. But I don't know, Malu Chichi still denies that. I don't know what's the truth there. True? Okay. Fine then. Shravan, on the other hand, has been the adopted brother ever since they knew each other. That's approximately 20 years ago, guys. Long time. The two of them have brought up Malavika to be the coolest girl who can fit into any group and are totally convinced that mentally she's a guy. So presenting to you, Sochi and Shravan.
So, about Malu, she's like the one person I'd call if a gun is pointed to my head, even though it's a pointless phone call. She's like the strongest person, and I've had like the privilege of growing up with her. And her understanding of people, emotions, and the sympathy she has even for the evil has often amazed me. The smartest kid in school, Malu takes pride in being on top, but acts really cool by not making a big deal of it once there. And she's been there for long as I can remember, as a student, as a daughter, as a friend, as a lover. The icing on the cake is when she found someone who's truly deserving of her, Alex. You scored well, macha. Like, right from the multiple trips to Germany, involving yourself with a family back home, you clearly demonstrated that you can make this work effortlessly. Ladies and gentlemen, this party has been put together completely from end to end, start to finish, just by them. And I gotta hand it to you guys. This wedding will be spoken of for a long time to come. I hope you find the same joy in every little things you guys do together, constantly putting smiles on people, like the way you've done today. Mapla Alex hears us handing over our darling Malu to you. She's now your full-time headache. We hope we've done a good job of her. Enjoy every moment together. Take good care of each other. And please make sure she gains some weight. Thank you all for being part of this event. And cheers, guys.
So, like she said, I've known Malu for like the last 20 years, right? So, my first day at school, so it's a new school, probably like in 5th grade, I think. And the assembly started, I'm about 10 minutes late, and I'm thoroughly embarrassed. And I was also the teacher's son at that point, so I was thoroughly embarrassed. And then suddenly behind me in the queue, one person came and joined. And I looked at it, and it's Malavika, and I've known her since that day really well. So I'm really happy to see you here today, Malu. And So when they say couples, as they grow older, they become deaf to each other's tone and frequencies. But Alex, I can tell you that like by growing up with Malika for so long, she's gonna defy that rule and she's always gonna hear you out, because she's that one person who's been there for everybody in school. Anybody and everybody I can think of, she's been there for them when they needed a ear to hear their problems and help them sort it out. So yeah, so you know, if you always have anything to discuss under the sun, you have her by your side now. And she's definitely one of the best people I've come across. And Alex, I'm not going to be cliche and say, no, you're a lucky guy, but I'm very glad you have good taste. so I wish you guys a really happy married life. Cheers.
There's also one more toast from a friend of Malu's who couldn't make it here. Ellarkum vanakkam. This is Shweta, Mal's friend from Munich. I should have been there, standing next to Malu on this beautiful day. I promised Mal I'd be there, but I couldn't make it. I'm so sorry for it, Mal and Eta. Living with Mal is not an easy task. I'm telling this because I've lived with her for 2 years. She's hyperactive and always up to something or the other, always jumping around, making plans, talking to people and whatnot. I was complaining about all of this until I met Alex Eta. He made me realize how wonderful it is to have someone with so much enthu around. He's super patient, a warm person, and just so adorable. He enjoys her energy and compliments her in creating those positive vibes. He loves it when she comes up with crazy ideas, and he suggests even crazier ones. அவங்களே ஒருத்தருக்கு ஒருத்தர் மிஞ்சுற மாதிரி இன்டெலெக்சுவல் மொக்க வேற போடுவாங்க. There is never a dull moment when they're around. I'm so glad I got to spend some nice time with these two in Munich. This is the first time I belong to both the bride and the groom side. I cannot believe this day has come and I cannot be more happy for them. I miss being there. I cannot wait to see you guys. I wish you travel to all the countries on earth, solve math equations together, keep learning from each other and fall in love with each other all over again. Wishing you both a happy married life.
Thank you guys, thank you. So, nobody really knows how Mridul met Alex, because it's not like they have ever studied together or worked at the same place, but they have always resonated perfectly with each other, and their friendship has only grown stronger over the year. I'm sure that Maluchechi feels relieved that Mridul is a guy, and since both of them claim to be straight, I don't know, but because she believes that these two are soulmates. So let's hear it from the soulmate.
Congratulations guys. So I'll try to keep it short. I'll just tell the story how I met this guy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Really finally.
So, because it is some kind of a it's a curious question. Everybody was always asking, because we have never actually technically studied together. So there was we had like after back in 2005, everybody after your 10 they go for entrance coaching. I had to join some place, and there was this very nerd guy, Pralog. Okay, so I was late to the batch, and he used to like praise somebody from the other batch. Okay, every now and then Pralog used to say, there is one guy, Alex, always he comes, he knows all the answers, he solves it very very fast. We should actually, he is our competition. Okay, that guy is already a nerd, because he was in 9th standard or so. We were in 11th, and this guy is studying with us, and he's saying that, okay, no, there is one more guy, we really need to meet him. And then a first exam came. Okay, the first exam came. 1 hour through the exam, I am done with it. Too many sin theta, cos theta, I don't know. Okay, so it's a torture. So I said, okay sir, I am done, you can have the paper. I went out, I saw someone who completed the exam already. Okay, he's sitting there, talking about some match or something, I don't exactly remember. So I said, okay, somebody of my league, he got tortured by the exam, I'll just go and meet him. I went up to him, we started talking, and this guy introduced, hi, I'm Alex Joseph. I was like, what? You're Alex Joseph? Yeah, I'm Alex Joseph. This was like, I kind of pictured a nerd guy, stereotypical with big glasses and all. This guy was very simple, and I was thinking, if he is Alex Joseph, he should be sitting inside and completing the paper, but he is outside. I don't know what he's doing here. Maybe he's not interested in all these exams. And finally the results came, and he was on the top. Okay, so I was like, I should learn this technique, that how can you do this. he finished in another 45 minutes, I remember, because I finished in somewhere around 55 minutes. So how can he do this? He's out and he's on top. So this was kind of like, I felt like, okay, I should also try, you know. We are all, always in competition. I should always try. So days passed. My ranks were like 20s, again 20s, because everybody else was trying to be, you know, to reach up to his rank, because you need to finish fast and you should reach up to the top. Finally, but I got there. No, not in the way you think. I'll tell you how. See, after a few months, what the Insti did was, they started pasting marks like month after month. Okay. So anyway, I tried climbing up. It was not happening. But I started climbing down. So from 30s, it went to 40s, 50s, 70s. So finally, I remember when the November mark came, December came, December Alex was on top, November I was on 70. So we kind of like, finally I was above him, finally. All that aside, I really don't know how actually we started sharing stories together. Somehow it happened. We used to sit together in the class. We went to the same eateries. And after our, you know, higher secondary, he went outside. He left the city. But our story is like, it is a proof that long distance works. Okay. So we still used to text. We used to call. And he used to listen to my stories. He used to share his stories. And I must say, of all the stories, this is the most happiest story he has ever told me. The one with Malavika. And all Malu's people, I should tell you that Alex is somebody who weighs his words. He will not make empty promises. I was just sitting there and listening to his vows. He meant every single word of it. I know for sure. So you can be happy that she is in good hands and he will take care of her. Thank you. And I pray that this remains the happiest story I ever heard. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Mridul. So next is Shivagami, the badass atta in the family, whom the bride is told to resemble a lot and shares a lot of crazy genes. Chigu, as she is affectionately known, has broken stereotypes, crossed seas and mountains, literally and figuratively, but always made sure that she is there for her family. Currently, the director of LGBTQ Resource Center at Georgetown University, she is going to tell us about her most beloved and only niece.
So, I've lived in the US most of my life, and I was very joyful when Malu was born. She was our first niece, the first grandchild for my parents, and everyone in the family had seen her before I had a chance, so I was really mad. I finally got to see her when she was a year and a half. She was this very chubby, really chubby, very curly haired little baby, and I came when she was a year and a half old, and she was very resolute even then. Now she's lost her chubbiness, but not that resoluteness or the stubbornness. So I have two little stories. The first was that she always sat butt naked at the foot, right at the doorstep, and my father would chase her, trying to put the chaddi on her, and she resisted. She remained very chaddi resistant for very long. And she would tell stories to every passerby at Besant Nagar. All the cows, the dogs, the people, everyone. And the greatest bond was formed between her and me. And the greatest bond was that every night she would shower me at least a few times. And as I lived to learn, those nighttime watery bonds are the strongest ever. They have taken me across time and space. And the second story I have to tell is a story that the family knows really well. So this was when I came back from my father's death, and she was 4.5. And I was taking her out somewhere, and I said, Malu, it's a very busy street. We want to cross the street. Please hold my hand. She looked at me and she said, no. I said, it's crowded, Malu. Hold my hand. and she gave me this withering look, which she still does. She gave me this withering look right now, and she said, I can't hold your hand. I will hold my own hand, she declared. And she took her right hand, held her left hand, and walked across the street. So it is with great delight that I know now, after 24 years, that you found someone who you're letting him hold your hand to cross many streets. And I wish you both nothing but the best. This is a very special month. This is the month of your grandparents' marriage. This is the 75th wedding anniversary for Kalapati and Subram Tata. Their love and blessings would be with all of both of you. And I want to wish both of you that you will always hold your hands no matter what life throws at you.
Vimana, or erstwhile System Insights, call itself a manufacturing data analytics company. However, recently, it has had quite its success in the matchmaking business. Yeah. If there is a reason why people find love in the company, it is because it's a wonderful place to work at. And there is one person who makes it happen. A person who believes that there is no point in working if you're not having fun while doing it. And make sure his employees live by this. We present to you the CTO and co-founder of Vimana, Mr. Atulan Vijayaraghavan.
So yeah, like as I was introduced, I run a small matrimonial and matchmaking service. We've been quite successful, 2-on-2 so far. So Alex and Malavika, you're welcome. So let me start with a story about Alex. So I was at the IIT recruitment, and we just hired Alex, and I was going home thinking, how are we going to pay for one IIT in our company? And then he calls me, and then he tries to convince me to hire another person who came second right after him. And I'm thinking, we can barely pay you, Alex. We can't pay another person. So I didn't tell him that. But it stayed that way, and that's Alex. He's big-hearted. And finally, we got to a point where all the people he wanted in System Insights could actually be in System Insights, including one of his study buddies. And more importantly, somebody who made him delicious biryani. So we obviously know who's the more important person. So he wanted to bring people into System Insights, his family. And now it's great that your family is in System Insights. So turning to our bride here. So Malavika, ever since I have known you, you've always wanted to pick up the hardest task and sign up for the toughest deadline. In fact, we have been running out of hard problems for her to solve. But today my work is done. You're welcome again. So, this kind of happened in some way under my watch. I wish I could talk about how all this began, but I have no idea what's going on around me, clearly. So boy meets girl, girl meets boy, pair programming, code review. I wish I could say they were late nights, but we don't work that hard. And here I am, I'm giving a toast. I don't know what happened in the middle. So let me give the toast. So here's to you, Alex and Malavika. Wish you the very best. Long years of togetherness. Enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you. Where did you manage to find such a cool boss, Atulan? I hope you know that Alex Ayrton will no longer be directly reporting only to you. But he assures me that you will always be his office wife. So be happy that part.
சிரித்தவளே என்ன குங்குமத்தில் கரைச்சவளே நெஞ்சில் மஞ்சள் தேய்ச்சி குளிக்க என்ன கொஞ்சம் சிரித்தாயே உன் கொலுசுக்குள் மணியாக என்ன கொஞ்சம் ஆத்துத்தாயே
Okay, and as usual, another one of the weird friendships that have happened with Alex. I contacted him for some examination, which never happened. I never saw it through. But what I got from that conversation was a very long friendship. I think for 11 or 12 years we've known each other, and now we have become wedding buddies. We only meet at weddings. So this is the second time I'm actually meeting him, and. Anyway, and Malavika, I've heard lot of things about you, but I really hope that we'll get to know each other much better. And I wish you both the best. And it was a wonderful ceremony, by the way. So here's a song for the both of you.
Simda. Zingenim Simba Simba repose.
Raha kiliki pipi filifi jivla kroiki unodu nomu o chao damba damba bugo kiliki Baha kiliki raha kiliki pipi filifi jivla kroiki unodu nomu o chao damba damba bugo kiliki Nim kletire hufu nim Play bahas ludu Tak pashte daru Min play kilike brudu Zaba baha baza baha Muwa mruksa baha baha Kimaro maro maro Kimaro maro maro Kimaro kiliki maro 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 kiliki Kimaro maro maro Kimaro maro maro Kimaro kiliki maro 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 kiliki
I guess they had fun, so time to just pull their legs a little bit, kind of relax the atmosphere, so to speak. So I'm Bharat, I'm Malavika's brother, his brother-in-law now. So let's start off by saying that this is a game for which I got the idea from Facebook, thanks to social media. This game is called Mr. and Mrs. The way you play the game is, in front of each of them, they've been placed one male slipper or a shoe and a female slipper. The male shoe signifies Alex and the female shoe signifies Malu. I'm going to ask questions in such a way that the answer to each of these will be either Malu or Alex. For instance, who is the taller person? Who's taller than the other person? So if they think it's going to be Malu, they'll raise Malu's chappal. If they think it's going to be Alex, they'll raise Alex's shoe. Obviously, I gave you a very simple example. Questions won't be so simple. It's meant to pull their legs, right? So let's see how the questions are. I'll give you warm-up. I'll be fair to you. I'll be fair to you. So are we ready to be entertained? There you go. Okay. Take the chappals in your hand, both of you. Yeah, right. If Alex is the answer, lift the shoe. If Malu is the answer, lift the chappal. Only one option given to you. Alright. First question. Whose study desk is likely to be more messy than the other one? Whose study desk is likely to be, I'll come right here. Whose study desk is likely to be more messy than the other person's? The place where you study? Ah, You get the hang of it? This is how we go. Okay, who's the better cook? Who cooks food better than the other? Who's the better driver? And who's a little more fussy when it comes to eating food? Who's got better taste in clothes? Who is more likely to remain awake at 2 a.m. in the morning? More likely. This is how difference starts. Simple stuff. Alright. Simple so far. Let's up the ante a little bit. Kind of pull you down a little more. Sorry. Okay. Right. Who's better looking? By the way, humility personified, yeah, both of you. Seriously? I thought your own shoes were going to go up, but this seems to be an anticlimax. Good, good. Who gets more grumpy than the other? And who had better grades in school? Marks, ranks, whatever? We obviously knew that it was a clash of the titans. The answer reflected that as well. Okay. Whose parents are more fun? Mic drop moment. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. It was a 100-mark exam, and they decided to leave this by choice. So we'll go to the next question. It's called pleading the fifth, I believe. Connected by an Indian. All right. Who's a little more of a party animal than the other? Okay. And who's more talkative? Who gets scared easily with silly stuff? Lizards, spiders. Okay. Who eats more than the other? This is your mic drop moment, man. Okay. Right. So let's wind it up with just 3-4 more interesting stuff, but you get the hang of it. We could actually do this all night, but we got to draw the line. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Simple question, but tough answer. Who's the boss? Range. Okay. Yeah. Who takes probably a little more time than the other to get ready while going out for dinner? Nobody takes time. Okay. Again, who is more likely to trip over their own footwear or clothes or shoelace more than the other? And your last question, who's sweeter? That, ladies and gentlemen, was Mr. Malavika and Mrs. Alex. Thank you so much. This was a fun game. Thanks a lot.
Matrimony अलसी आंखें सबको अब ताके झांके Matrimony अलसी आंखें ढूंढे रे चेहरे बाके Matrimony अलसी आंखें सबको अब ताके झांके Matrimony अलसी आंखें ढूंढे रे चेहरे बाके Matrimony अलसी आंखें सुंदर हो और सुशीला रंग चांदी सा चमकीला डिग्री भी हो फैशन भी जाने ओ सीता जैसी नारी और जाने दुनियादारी पिया को सब कुछ ही वो माने दिल से दिल्ली हो वो धड़कन से हो लंदन ढूंढूं मैं ढूंढूं मेरे ब्रदर की दुल्हन दिल से दिल्ली हो वो धड़कन से हो लंदन ढूंढूं मैं ढूंढूं मेरे ब्रदर की दुल्हन Yeah.
ஒரு ராசாங்க தாராளமா தந்தாங்க மனசுக்குள்ள எவன் இல்ல ராமா
நம் மின்னல் பெருகி தானே ஒரு வலைய கொண்டு போறேன் அது மீன் பிடிக்கிற மான் பிடிக்கிற மனசு எல்லாம் போடி நான் வேட்டையாட தானே ஒரு வேலை கொண்டு போறேன் அது பூ பறிக்கிற தேன் அடிக்கிற பொழுது எல்லாம் போடு
தொட்டதெல்லாம் தோல் பறக்கத மம்பட்டியா அட மம்பட்டியா எட்டத்துக்கு மோடி பறக்கத மம்பட்டியா அட மம்பட்டியா எட்ட உட கால கலக்கத மம்பட்டியா அட மம்பட்டியா பக்க உட பாட பறக்கத மம்பட்டியா அட மம்பட்டியா முன்னையாரே முன்னையா பத்ரிக்கு துலன்னியா முன்னையாரே முன்னையா பத்ரிக்கு துலன்னிया रामा रामा गजब हो गया तरसे न तरिया लड़ गई आई जवानी जुल्म हुई कवा आफत में पड़ गई हाय मैं मर गई सूली पे चढ़ गई नो 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 कहना था लेकिन हाँ कर गई दिल तुझको सेंड में तो कर गई रे मैं बदरी की दुल्हनिया
செம்பூவே பூவே உன்மேகம் நான் வந்தால் ஒரு வழி உண்டோ படை கொண்டு நடக்கும் மன்மத சிலையோ இமைகளும் உதடுகள் ஆகுமோ செம்பூவே அந்திச்சூரியனும் குன்றில் சாயமேகம் வந்து கச்சையாக காமத்தங்கும் மோகம் பூவில் முத்தக்கும் தெளிக்கும் தென்றலா
guys. So I'm not, yeah, I'm not sure many of you understood what that music was. So it's actually from a game called To the Moon, and it's actually a very simple game, but it has so much of emotion into it, and that was how. That was a game which Alex and I played together, and the poster is one of our favorites, and the song is very close to our hearts. So if you remember, in both our vows, we would have actually said, I would have said, "You are the Johnny to my river," and "I love you to the moon and back." And he also would have said, "To the moon and back." So this is the, etymology behind "To the Moon." And thanks, Alex. That was beautiful. Thank you.
ये बेचैन वे रास्ते पे चैन वे ये बेचैन वे रास्ते पे चैन वे चिंगड़ी बेहाल है फिर है ना काल है आजा सवरिया ताल से ताल मिला ताल से ताल मिला आजा सवरिया ताल से ताल मिला
சுத்தமான பாட்டு புள்ள சுத்தமான செய்தி புள்ள சுத்தமாக கேட்கும் முள்ள கண்டுபிடிச்சோம் காது மேல மாட்டி இப்போ சத்தம் கொஞ்சம் ஏத்தி இப்போ சுத்தமாக கேட்ட தேடி கண்டுபிடிச்சோம் காதுக்குள்ள கேட்கும் முள்ள ரத்தத்தில போடும் முள்ள நெஞ்சுக்குள்ள தாக்கு முள்ள கண்டுபிடிச்சோம் மொத்தத்தில சுத்தத்தில அக்கம் அக்கம் பக்கத்தில இத போல ஏதும் இல்ல கண்டுபிடிச்சோம் தூய்மையான தாளத்தில தூய்மையான சங்கீதத்தை நாங்க பிடிச்சோம் தூய்மையான ராக்கு பாப்பு தூய்மையான ஜாஸ் போக்கு தூய்மையான பீட்டு சாத்து நாங்க பிடிச்சோம் காத்து